Hi, I'm Euge Valovirta, and on this one I'm gonna check out a Jackson Misha Mansoor Juggernaut ET6. Yeah, a little bit noodling. So, Jackson Misha Mansoor signature basswood body, caramelized maple neck with glowing kind of these inlay dots, which is really cool, you know, on the dark stage before the song. When you light these before the show, I have these on my signature ESPs, then you can actually see where you are or where you should start the next song. The Jackson locking tuners. The pickups were Jackson's own, kind of bright, Spanky, really sounding, but you know, okay pickups. I would probably change these if this would be my guitar. So I borrowed this from Great Swiss Music Store. Thank you. Evertune bridge, which is really handy, especially in studio. I have a one ESP E2 that I mainly use for, you know, studio here when I'm recording stuff that has keyboards and are low down tuned. Like for the next CYHRA album, I recorded all rhythm guitars with that. The songs are in standard C or drop B flat, and we have keyboards and stuff, so it needs to be really accurately in tune, and Evertune saves a lot of time, because as you probably know, in the studio, you know, the tuning is really crucial to get it right. Live it's like, yeah, but you know, if the guitar is, let's say, tuned here, usually it's not, you know, correctly tuned here. So many times at least I need to play the songs like part by part, and then tune accordingly, especially, you know, B and G strings if you do these. Kind of, you know, these types of chords, not just your basic, you know, power chords. It's really crucial to get it right, and the Evertune helps that a lot, you know, because you can spend so much time in the studio tuning the guitar, getting it right. So this helps a lot. I don't really use it on my solo stuff or a little bit more rockier stuff, if it's just basic band, guitars, drums and bass, you know, I use a lot of vibrato and whatever. But if there is a modern production with keyboards and stuff and layers of guitars, then it's really, really cool. And you can set this up that you can bend, like I have set it now. And then you can set it like in the safe zone, so that if you do small bends, nothing happens. You kind of need to do a little bit more to get it to, you know, right. That's really strange to me. Or then you can make it so that you can't get this out of tune, or you can't bend no matter what you do. I will show you soon. But usually how I set mine, because I like to use a lot of vibrato and little bends when I play, you know, because kind of know what I'm doing. So I set it like this, that I can bend. The feel is a little bit different than with a traditional bridge. It's a little bit spongier, but after a while, at least I get used to it. But I haven't used it with solos. I've used only for rhythms, because it's just still a bit, I don't get that actual precise control that I get with traditional, let's say, Les Paul bridge. But I guess that's also just a matter of, you know, getting used to something. Anyway, yeah, 5 selector pickup switch. So here, it's the, let me actually change the amp I'm using is a Boogie Mark 5. This is the second channel, 45 watt tube rectifier mode, kind of this. So you can hear. So here, first position, it's just a bridge pickup. The second position, it's the inner coils. So kind of like 2 single coils. And then middle, it's both pickups in a humbucking mode. And here, fourth position, it's the outer single coils. So you get this really spanky strat tone with the second and fourth position. And fifth position, it's the neck pickup in a humbucking mode. And if we turn back the channel 4, it's in Mark 4 mode, no, channel 3 in Mark 4 mode. So those are the differences, 1 volume and 1 tone. "24 frets, get a little bit carried away, jumbo frets, quite light guitar. The radius is like 20-inch, like consistent, so it's not, you know, changing. So it's really flat neck and quite thin. This comes with at least this one with 9 set strings, which are way too spongy for me. I'm really having a hard time to play with this because the strings, I feel like they're just like rubber bands, but obviously you can change to whatever strings you want. The signal chain, guitar, cable, pedal board. Then from the pedal board to KHE Audio's amp switcher and to these amps, but I'm only using the boogie. From the boogie back here, then into CYHRA reactive load, where I have my signature IR Valovirta from Jens Bogren. Use the link in the description below and you'll get a 10% discount of all Bogren digital products. From the CYHRA reactive load, it goes to the audio interface, which is Steinberg AXR40, and then I'm recording these two Cubase. That's it. So yeah, let's check out then some clean tones with the channel 1. Start from the bridge. I'm just gonna play some basic, arpeggios so you hear. Which really snappy pickups, quite a lot of high end, kind of Djenty, I guess. As you noticed on these second and fourth modes, because they are like single coils, the volume gets quite a bit quieter. If we add chorus, it's really nice top end, like this chimey. For overdriven tones, these were a bit brighter than I normally use, because for passive pickups I use usually Seymour Duncan's custom, and then for actives it's EMG 81 or 57, so I actually needed to back up the 6.6K here a bit, because it was really like but still fairly good pickups, I must say. Okay, then let me show you how to adjust let's put it to the second channel, kind of like low gain. So how you set up the Evertune, it's actually quite simple. So when you tune it, you use this key. So you tune it here. So what you do is, let's say this is in E standard now. Let me just turn the tuner on, or actually I'm gonna use this kind of tuner, so you actually hear what I'm doing. So let's first put this like to wherever, lower it really low. As you heard, nothing really happened when I, tweak. So first what you do is you set this string that it's starting to do something. And now when I turn, nothing happens, it's in E. Obviously, if I would want to tune this to D or whatever, then I just, back it up. But as soon as you find the spot where it doesn't do anything, then it's like in the Evertune mode, so no matter what I do, it doesn't bend. And then you tune it. Now it's a little bit flat, so then I just tune it here. Now it's in tune, really, fast. Okay, but then if I want to be able to bend, then what you need to do is you roll it, and then when it goes sharp, when something happens, you turn it a little bit back. There. Now I take it back, and I tune it. Well, it's tuned, and now I can bend. But if you want to be a little bit kind of on the safe zone, so that if you play like big chords, so it doesn't react, if you don't press it correctly, you just back it up a little bit more. So now I can bend, but I need to bend a lot more than I normally would, because here started to happen something. This is really strange to me, because when I bend, I don't really need to listen. I play with the feel, the tension, like, you know. With this, I can do it, because it's, yeah. But if you like wanna make sure that the guitar is in tune, you're in tune. If you're, you know, not so sure about your playing, then this is a cool thing to do. But the bending is, then you kinda, at least to me, I would need to kinda learn to bend with this one. So I prefer it like these strings, like. Now it can go sharp. I take a little bit back. Now it feels like a standard, you know, guitar. So it's really cool to set up, but you need this to tune. So you don't tune it here. You just set where you would normally tune. You set the, you know, where's the, you know, the spot to the string, and then you tune it with this key here. And with the same key you can adjust the intonation here. You know, if the string is too flat on the 12th fret, then that means that the string is too long, so then you need to shorten it. If it's too sharp, if this is too sharp, then it means that the string is too short, so you have to make it longer by pulling this back. And then with this you can actually adjust the height, like on, you know, Strat bridge, so you can set the height of different strings separately. So once you get used to it, it's actually really simple to use. But like I said, I only use the one Evertune guitar I have when I'm tracking guitars for albums with, you know, there's going to be lots of guitars, different, you know, chords, octaves, melodies, like big modern arrangements with keyboards and stuff. Because then if one of the guitar or something isn't completely in tune, it will sound horrible, and it will take a long time to always tune your guitar for a specific part or chord or whatever. But with Evertune, you know, it's easy. On Shining's couple of albums, I used Andy LaRocque's Evertune guitar for cleans, because we had these really big wide chords, you know, and the Evertune just made them really easy. So it's a cool thing, but there is a little bit of a get used to period or learning curve with that, but a great invention, I must say. And I think this guitar is like 1200 or something, which isn't that much, because I think the Evertune bridge alone costs several hundreds. This is made in, it says crafted in Indonesia, which I guess is a nice way to say made in Indonesia. So, but good quality. The frets are they're not poking. It feels really smooth. It feels really high quality, professional. My personal taste, the neck is too thin, and it's a little bit, the pickups were a little bit thick. But I guess because, you know, this is Misha's signature guitar, and, you know, periphery, that Djenty thing, it's kind of, I haven't listened that much of periphery, but if I remember correct, the guitar tone is very kind of modern, this clanky kind of Djenty tone. So, I mean, well, yeah, this is his signature guitar, so obviously, you know, these are his, you know, pickups that he likes. Maybe a little bit too harsh for my taste. I'm a bit more traditional guy. But anyway, I think it's a good guitar. And locking tuners, you know, they help the guitar to stay in tune, because you don't have to roll the strings. You just put it directly through the hole, and then you use this to tighten it up. Because the whole idea with the locking tuners is that you try to avoid, you know, putting strings through the nut, because then the more strings is around the tuner, there's a, you know, the more it moves, goes out of tune. But if you just put it straight in, cut it off, and then tighten it up, then it's like luck there. You know, locking tuners. They help the guitar. I mean, I have many of my guitars, you know, these similar locking tuners. Not great. All right, that was Misha Mansoor's signature Juggernaut ET6. Hopefully you found this interesting and informative. Until next time, take care, all the best. Bye.